Who would ever buy a car looking like this? Nobody. Because we're gonna fix it. Hey everybody, John Ireland here with Auto Recon Coach. Today we're gonna be taking this Lexus LS with this baseball size hole in the door. We're gonna try to make it look like the beautiful Lexus should. All right, here we go guys. I'm gonna give you the step-by-step instructions on how you can take care of a massive hole like this or even smaller ones. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna take your sandpaper. I'm using 220 grit sandpaper. I'm gonna give all the damage on this vehicle a quick little scuff. You don't have to go crazy. You just want to scuff enough that the next parts will stick to it. To do some blocking, I'm gonna use my license plate, stick it in right there. I'm also gonna grab some tape. I'm going to block off this other panel. Whenever you tape, it's really important to have clean tape lines. The reason that is later on in the next steps when you start painting or using a texture, you don't want, like if I was to keep that right there like that, when I end up spraying, there's going to be a little jagged edge there. So you're going to want to fix that. And then just to make sure I don't get overspray, I'm just going to place a towel over here on the wood graining. For this next step, I'm going to use my vinyl repair compound, my palette knife, a texture pad, and my torch. You're going to take some of your vinyl repair compound. I like to batch the repair. I like to do smaller areas at a time. And you're just going to fill this in. The first time through, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just trying to fill it. Add some heat. Push down on your texture pad. Whenever you use your texture pad, you always want to push in the middle of the pad, like this. You don't want to do it like this. You'll end up on that heated area, get jagged lines. So again, this whole first time, we're just trying to fill this in, smooth it out. A little heat, texture pad in the middle, and repeat. Now that we've gone through and put a first layer, we're going to go through and add a second layer, and we're going to continue to build this up until it's pretty flush. When working around hard corners, sometimes it's nice to go flat and then flat and then kind of angle it like that. Same thing on this nub, only we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to try to kind of round that edge out. Get there. When you think you're done, feel the repair. Your eyes will sometimes lie and make you think that your repair is done, but your fingers never lie. I have a divot right here that my eyes did not catch, but my fingers are. So I'm going to add a little bit more to that spot. I have a few more little tears right here that I'm going to take care of. Use your finger and feather it out. The main part of the actual physical repair is done. Now it's about adding the correct texture and adding the correct dye. I have my SEM texture coating here. This is phenomenal. This is my favorite texture spray. You can also use SEM chip guard. I don't like it quite as much. This is a really good finish that is pretty versatile. Make sure you really shake the heck out of it. And I always do some test sprays to make sure you clear the nozzle so it's spraying proper. There we go. When you spray the texture spray, you want lots of nice light coats. Give it about a minute to dry. Visually inspect it to see if there's anywhere else that needs a little bit of work. I see one part here that has a little bit of a ridge. I'm going to just heat that part up and retexture that part. Take a look around. I see 2 more spots. Right there. Always make sure when you're working with fire that you know where your fire extinguisher is. Mine's in my van about 10 feet behind me. And one more spot right here. Doing one more light coat of texture spray over everything. Remove your tape because we actually want to dye all of this. All right, my 2 favorite brands of dyes are Color Bond and Sim. Both of them are solvent-based dyes. I love them because here in Minnesota, when we get cold weather, I can still do my repairs outside, even in the middle of winter. A water-based dye, you're not going to be able to do that. It has too much drying time. Obviously, water freezes when it's cold out. But these, throw them on your heater for a few minutes, use your torch, and just like this, just a minute or 2, this can will be just fine. Make sure you shake it up real good, just like we did with our texture spray. Do a couple test sprays, just like we did with our texture spray. Make sure it's coming out nice and smooth. And we're gonna go over this, do several light coats. You can see that now that we have some color on, there's just a few more small imperfections we're going to take care of, such as that little hole right there. So as Matt Damon says in Good Will Hunting, you like apples? What do you think of them apples?